Can you imagine having a favorite food and you're not able to eat that favorite food because something that you put in your body that you thought was going to help a pre-existing condition, like say that type 1 or type 2 diabetes, kept you bedridden? And when you want to splurge and you want to have the thing that you want to have, you can no longer have that. Because one decision you made, even if that decision was made with your doctor, has now stripped you of the freedom to eat anything that you want. And this can also include if you are a fairly healthy person and you eat on a great diet and you still can't eat what you want. This has just been a struggle. I've been on this story and I think I'm going to keep on it for a while, okay? See, what happens is when people say things like, as a result of taking this drug, I have to eat through a feeding tube that goes in through my intestine. When I get dehydration, malnutrition, something happens with my gallbladder in which it has to be removed, and continuous diarrhea, you know the side effects have gotten real. Normally, I'm filled with condemnation on this Ozempic topic, and I just talked about it again recently, and I made that video as a way to go after the selfish people who use that when they reasonably know that their weight is stable enough that they can go to the gym, or they can go get a personal trainer, take some type of high impact classes. Let's be honest. Trulicity, Wegovy, Mounjaro, and Ozempic. Some people are taking these things because they're lazy and they just don't want to put in the effort. And that's me as a person who's overweight and looking for solutions to lose weight, who didn't find out diabetes ran in my family until 2022 on my mom's side and 2023 on my father's side. Had no clue. All these years I tell people I can eat what I want, la la la, and I found out otherwise. That's what happens when you come from families that don't talk about things till they get drastic. The point is, my weight is at a capacity to where I could go and try to lose, and I am making those strides. And so are lots of people who have rejected those drugs, and for that, kudos. So, in conclusion with that, some people who do this are selfish people who just don't want to put in the work and who believe a shortcut's gonna make their life better. See, that's not what this story is. This is the opposite, the other side of that. When these drugs should really benefit you because you have a pre-existing condition that makes weight loss hard. Losing weight is not easy for everyone. And when you have diabetes or other complications that make weight loss hard, sometimes it can be thyroid issues for some people. These drugs would come beneficial. You are the people that needed to take it, and it still failed you and put you in a lot worse position than you were already in. You are the people that I feel a great amount of empathy for. It's hard for me to know because I don't trust Big Pharma anyway. I'm just going to be honest with you and put that out there. I don't know how to approach this because these drugs are still fairly new. I just knew that for me, they weren't going to work. But for some people in this article, I believe, at least one that I could remember, last name starts with an H. You can go read the article. I think her doctor prescribed it. And how do you reconcile not being able to go live and enjoy your life the way you once did before this drug, when your own doctor who knew you had diabetes said, this is going to probably work for you. And let's be honest, there are doctors who work with these companies and love trying to get you injected or to take pills. So they'll sell it to you based on things. Look, I'm not saying all doctors are corrupt, so don't come at me with that. Don't be trying to get this video taken down. But you have to take responsibility for the fact, if you are one, that these drugs have not only been on the shelves for a short period of time. What is the testing? What empirical evidence could you give a patient if they asked you about the success rate of this stuff? That is something that as a medical professional you need to take responsibility for before you give patients these self-injectables. It's getting too easy to give people a magical pill or a magical needle and think we can bippity boppity boo and make the worst start to go away. Because it quite saddens me that these ladies did the right thing and they're still losing out. The moral of the story of this video is not to be paranoid about medical professionals and not to gain a distrust as a result of this. However, just know and trust that you are allowed to challenge your doctor if you reasonably believe something sounds super sus.